Welcome back to Phasmophobia. I'm here to do the weekly challenge. According to my notes, it's the Zero Evidence Challenge. It's one of the harder ones. So if you're not used to knowing what all the ghost tells are for the 24 ghosts, this will be a hard one. But I'll walk you through what I usually do in this challenge. Remembering everything that is necessary to know how to identify ghosts is rough.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
Oh, wait a minute.
There have been new reports of a cursed object nearby. This must be the reason that the ghost was summoned here. Take a look.
My mistake.
Welcome.
I need to set to the challenge mode. Here we are. No evidence. These ghosts really don't want to help you out, but we're sure you're up to the task. Correctly find the ghost type in Grafton farmhouse. Grafton. There, that's better. I was just about to do just a plain old normal nightmare.
Alright, we're here.
There, that's better.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. New intel. Reports of light switching. Possibly harmless, but be careful out there.
Okay, I'm not concerned about the extra objectives. Do we know where the power is? No, we don't. Okay, so it's mostly Tier 2 equipment. There is some Tier 1. Is that right? I think it's Tier 1 camera. What else is Tier 1? I don't know what else is Tier 1. I think everything is Tier... Everything else is Tier 2. Maybe the sound sensors? I'm not certain. In any case, I'll go in with an EMF and the thermometer to figure out where the ghost is. And that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm also going to get the power on. And I think we're always dealing with the cursed mirror as the cursed possession. Yeah, cursed mirror is always here. It's always in the same place. So I need to find the power, get it turned on so I can turn on some lights so that I can preserve my sanity and give me plenty of time to work with. Okay, so in this case, the power is back in the utility room. That's next to the kitchen. Now it's just a matter of finding the ghost room. Now there's a bone around here somewhere too, but I'm not too concerned about finding that either, because I only care, for the weekly challenge, I only care about figuring out what the ghost is and getting out. Now if I wanted to cheat, I could just use the cursed mirror to figure out where the ghost is. It costs 20 sanity to use a charge of it, as long as you don't keep it running constantly. You can just quickly use the mirror, start it up, see the room where the ghost's favorite room is, as shown by the mirror, and then just quickly shut it off and not lose any more sanity. But I'm not going to do it this time. I'm going to see how well I can find the ghost by just walking around with the thermometer. I'm expecting to find a room... Oh, 2.2, so the ghost is in here. Okay, so now that I know where the ghost is, I'm going to leave the lights off. And the first three ghosts I always test for are Wraith, Mimic, and Onryo. A Mimic will show me ghost orbs with the video camera. A Wraith will not step in salt, so if the ghost never steps in any salt anywhere, I know that it's a wraith. I'm assuming the ghost can change rooms in this challenge, so hopefully the ghost stays in this room long enough where we can do enough experimentation. Okay, so it is clearly not a wraith because it stepped in salt. I'll just lay that down. Okay, So now let's look in the room for a ghost orb. I do not see a ghost orb. I see snow outside, but I don't see a ghost orb. In a zero evidence challenge, a mimic will give off a ghost orb. Ghost orb is evidence normally, but for a mimic, the ghost orb is fake. It's just an ability that the mimic gives off. The mimics always give off a ghost orb, even if it's zero evidence. So it's not a wraith because it walked in salt. It's not a mimic because there's no ghost orb. Next test is going to be an Unreal. An Unreal will try to hunt if it blows out 3 candles. So I'm going to put 3 candles in the room, and I'm going to surround them. I'm going to put them in the middle of a crucifix, so that if the ghost tries to hunt after blowing out 3 candles, it'll burn the crucifix instead of hunting. And weekly challenges are a little different in that even if you die, as long as you guess the ghost correctly, you'll get credit for it. I'm not going to light those yet. I want to put a crucifix down. I also want to put up a motion sensor so that while I'm waiting for the candles to blow out, I want to see if the ghost comes wandering to me, because there are other ghosts that will stalk to you as part of their ability. I'll get to that soon. Let's see. We got the crucifix, and we have a motion sensor and another motion sensor. Now, a wraith is one of the ghosts that will stalk to you by teleporting to you directly, but since we know that it's not a wraith, we know it's not going to teleport to us. Okay, so go ahead and blow those out. See if you have any surprises for us, and I will wait here by the stairs. And if this motion sensor goes off while I'm waiting, then chances are we have a stalker ghost of some sort. You can hear it throwing stuff in there. Doesn't seem to be walking to me at all. I could have also put some salt down, and you would have seen the ghost walking through the salt as it comes towards me. But these are not going off. It goes off when I step into it, but the ghost is not coming to me. So I'm going to mark off Banshee and Phantom. Banshee and Phantom are the other 2 ghosts that will wander to you. Banshees will usually only wander to you on the same floor, unless it's in a basement or an attic, in which case it will roam to you up to 1 floor away. In Point Hope, the Banshee will also wander up to 1 floor away to reach you. But in all other cases, the Banshee only wanders to you if you're on the same floor as the Banshee. But a Phantom will stalk to you from any other floor. I don't know if there's a limit to how many other floors that a Phantom can stalk from, but a Phantom will freely stalk to you from a different floor. Okay, so it blew out all 3, and I know that because they aren't burnt down all the way, and the crucifix is not eaten. So the ghost didn't try to hunt after blowing out 3 candles, so I know it's not an Unreal. Usually my next test is going to involve me letting my sanity get down to between the 50% and the 60% area to see if the ghost tries to hunt. And right now my sanity is at 84. If I use 1 charge on the cursed mirror, oops, I'm just powering myself up with some smudges and a lighter in case it hunts. But if I use 1 charge on the cursed mirror, it'll drop my sanity to 66%. I don't want to use it twice because that would drop me to 46%. Most ghosts hunt at 50%. I want to see if this ghost hunts between 50 and 60% because there's only a few ghosts that will do that. Okay, it's still in the bedroom. And I'm going to wait up here in the dark because my sanity is still around 64, 66. And I want my sanity to drop to around 57. There's no way to use the cursed mirror to drop it only 7%. Each use of the cursed mirror will start to drop you by 20%, and then the longer you keep the cursed mirror active in front of you, the more sanity drains. I don't want to stay up here too long. I don't want my sanity to drop below 55. Do I have a hiding spot up here? No, I don't. Do I at least have a hiding spot in here? Yes, I do. Good. Okay, let's see what our sanity looks like. 55, so it's pretty much exactly where I want it to be. This ghost has not hunted yet. The ghosts that can hunt between 55 and 60, a Raiju can hunt at 65% around live electronics. A Thay that's not aged will hunt at 75. An Onryo can hunt at 60, but we already know it's not an Onryo. A Mare can hunt at 60 in the dark and 40% in the light. Or it might be that a mare hunts at 40% when the light switch is on, not necessarily when the light is on. Because the breaker could be off. So the light switch being on might prevent the mare from hunting until it's 40%. I have not tested that. The two other ghosts, a demon can hunt anytime they want, but a demon will... Oof. But a demon can also try to... A demon will normally hunt at 70, but can also try to hunt anytime it wants, randomly. Okay, good. That ghost event didn't drop my sanity at all. And then a yokai can try to hunt at 80% or lower if you are speaking around it, otherwise it only hunts at 50%. Okay, so that... I don't know why the ghost evented on me there. It probably wandered out of its room a little bit and just decided to event on me coming down the stairs. But I'm pretty sure its room is still in that bedroom. And if I want to confirm that, I can put another motion sensor in the room just to make sure that it hasn't moved. But this is not striking me as a ghost that's going to hunt above 50%. It seems to me it would have by now. Turn the radio on. So now it's time to let my sanity drop a little bit more down to 50% and see if we can get a clue about what this ghost is by how it looks. I'm pretty sure it's not a phantom, but a djinn will speed up. A djinn will speed up from a distance immediately, and djinns will never turn off the power. And an oni will look very visible when you're watching it. Normally during a hunt, a ghost will blink off and on, and it's never visible for very long, but an oni is usually visible for longer. I'm standing here in the dark to let my sanity drop. I can hear the motion sensor in the bedroom beeping, so I know the ghost is still in there. Flickering lights usually don't mean anything. It's taken a while to hunt. There are some ghosts that don't hunt until a lower sanity. As I said, a mare won't hunt until 40% in a lit room, or when the light switch is on, maybe. A Diogen also won't hunt until 40%, and a shade won't hunt until 35. Okay, that was a airball ghost event. Onis cannot do airball ghost events, so we know now that this is not an Oni. And my sanity is now down to 33. So that's not very helpful. But maybe we can still figure out if it's a djinn, maybe. Since my sanity's down to 33, I'm just going to rush to the end of this. Oh shit. She's chasing me. Okay, she was pretty fast there. It was around 40 seconds since the last smudge. That's going to be important. $60. A demon could hunt now. This could be a demon. It's in here now. 60 seconds. Ninety seconds. Okay. Alright, pretty sure it's not a Jinn. Jinns would have sped up immediately on site. This one took a while to get up to speed. So what I want to do next is do a yokai test. And see if the ghost can find me. When it comes up the steps, it'll be in range of this corner. And if it's a if it's not a yokai, it'll be able to detect my flashlight, and it'll come straight in here. But if it doesn't come upstairs, we'll never know. Okay, it just finished a hunt. So there's a number of ghosts that we know it's not, but I'll take that inventory soon. For now, I just want to stay in the house and see if I can get as many tests done as I can. Doesn't seem to care about coming upstairs. Huh. I mean, that's not really indicative of anything. a small trail of items. Seems to me that it would have tossed these anyway. I don't know if it was coming towards me. It needs to come upstairs sooner. It didn't toss everything. Yeah, it's taking too long. It's got to come upstairs as soon as possible in order to do a proper yokai test. I could hear its footsteps from far away without the flashlight blinking, so I know it's not a myling. It changed rooms, so I know it's not a Goryo. It's getting down to the harder ghosts. It might just be a Yurei. It could also be an Obake. Obakes are hard because you have to be able to watch them for a long time. Okay, so that was a good yokai test because it came all the way into this corner to see if I was here. So it's not a yokai. So dang it, we're down to like Obake and Yurei. And it did not throw all of these objects. It certainly didn't throw that cup, poltergeists throw objects very often. So I don't know how else to test this ghost. It's either a Yurei or an Obake, I think. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to hide in this locker for a little bit. Oops, I don't want to have that on me when the ghost hunts. They detect electronics. So it's not a spirit because it hunted within... Spirits wouldn't hunt within 3 minutes. Poltergeists throw more. Demons hunt more often. I could hear the myling. It's not fast like a Raiju or a Morai. It's not a Diogen. Diogens also move fast. These move fast. Twins have 2 hunt speeds, fast and slow. Hantos move fast and slow. Gorios don't change rooms. Djinns speed up on sight. Revenants move slow. I don't think it's a mare. Shade Yurei or Obake. I'll see how quickly I can get out of here. Okay, so I'm going to load up on my sanity. Because I don't think I ever got a hunt until my sanity got to like 35. So we could be dealing with a shade. How high does that raise my sanity? Okay, so sanity pills give you 25% here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to figure out where the ghost is now. It's 4 in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to grab the candles, because one thing that's true about a shade is that they don't blow out a candle if you're in the same room as they are. So I'm going to stand here. It's not blowing them out. Enough of that. Of course, it blew them both out when I was not in the room. Okay, do that again. Because if it doesn't blow these out, I might say it's a shade. Yureis do double door touches. I haven't heard any of those, but it's not like they're common. And an Obake, the only way to tell that it's an Obake in zero evidence is if it shapeshifts during a hunt. And in VR, I don't like to keep the ghost in my sight for that long. There are some places you can hide and keep an eye on the ghost. For instance, I could hide behind this couch. I could hide behind this couch and just watch the ghost as it goes up the stairs. And it can't see me when I'm behind the couch, but the problem is this living room is its room, and I don't know where it's going to actually start its hunt from when it hunts again. I'm willing to say shade. It's not blowing these out. Let's see. I'll use the cursed mirror one more time. That puts me at 52. I'll wait up here in the dark for a little while, because the shade will not hunt until it drops to 35% sanity. If I'm up here for about a minute or two, that should put me at 48. .45, that's pretty good. And I'm going to go upstairs and I'm just going to stand there for a minute. And if this ghost never hunts, I'm going to say it's a shade and get out of here. Good enough for me. Okay, I'm going shade. It's not 100% confirmed, but nothing happened that ruled out a shade, so that's what I'm going with. I didn't mean to get all of the objectives, I just turned out that I got them. If I really wanted to get a perfect game, I also would have gotten 10 3-star photos and picked up the bone. And it was a shade. Okay, so that took a little longer than I wanted it to. Hopefully the next one is a bit easier. 0 evidence, depending on the ghost you get, can take a while.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
I'm going to get the power on first. I already know what cursed possession I have. Let's look back here in the utility room for the power. Nope. Let's check back in this back corner of this master bedroom. Whoop. Okay, the ghost is in here. That's fine. Here's the power. So now if I have to turn the power back on, I have to come through the ghost room to do it. But looks like the ghost is in the same room as it was in before. Or maybe not. What did it do? Did it throw two things? So which room are you in? Here it's 7. 5. 6. 4. 5. 7. I'm not sure what room it's in. Of course, if I want to confirm, I could just get a motion sensor and put them up. Wait? Are you in here? I don't know where this ghost is. So, why don't I cheat and use this? What is that? A table? What? Oh! Just a minute. A table with a ladder in the loft? Is that upstairs in the storage room? Why was it registering EMF3 downstairs? Table, ladder in the loft. Yeah, it's definitely in here. So I don't know what the EMF3s down below were about. There's no ghost orb. But if the ghost was downstairs, that means that it came downstairs to me. Or it's a bug. Who knows? So let's put up some motion sensors and see if we can figure that out. Put this here. Put this here. Put that there. And then I'm going to quickly go up and put down some salt. I'll put one here. Did it turn off the power? I gotta get it turned on quickly so I can preserve my sanity. Jinns never turn off the power, so we know it's not a jinn. Yeah, it threw this. Did it throw it from upstairs, or did it come down here and do it? I hear it throwing stuff. I've registered 2 EMFs. One was here, and one was in that bedroom. And yet, it's not traveling down here at all. Huh. It hasn't stepped in any of these. Where's my thermometer? Here it is. Oh, it's 7 degrees in here now. So the ghost moved. It was 1 degree before. Now it's in here. So that means I gotta put salt in here now. But I'm still suspecting it's Wraith because it didn't step in any of that salt. Just to make sure I cover it if it changes rooms, let's put this here. If it steps outside, put that there in case it walks in it, and put this here in case it decides to come back in that room. Okay. Alright, very clearly not a Wraith. Okay, so we eliminated that. It's not a Wraith, it's not a Mimic. Now I can do my Onryo test. And not a moment too soon. And it turned off the power again, damn it. Alright, I'm gonna have to power up my sanity, unfortunately. I would have liked to have my sanity to have been around 70-80% for the Onryo test, but it was at 63%. Onryo's hunt at 60%, and I don't want to let my sanity dip down and get a false test on the Onryo. I'll go out and get one more candle to put in there. Whoops, wrong room. This is the room I need for the power. Just for interest's sake, it hasn't come downstairs at all. Will put this here in case it comes wandering to me while I'm waiting for it to blow out the candles. Take a lighter and a smudge and another candle. What the heck, let's take 2 smudges. Changed rooms. At least I believe it did. hasn't left the room. It's still in here. I'll wait for it to blow out one candle and then I'll back away. Because if it refuses to blow out a candle while I'm in here, then it's a shade. Oh. Ooh! Okay, so, you saw that crucifix burn, right? Let's go out and check our sanity. Onryos normally only hunt at 60%, but they will hunt immediately at any sanity when they blow out 3 candles. Now, it is possible that we're dealing with a demon, but I doubt it. I'm going with Onryo. The crucifix prevented the hunt, but it only has 2 charges.
Welcome back.
Onryo,
I had some jobs for you.
I've been doing Prestige 4, leveling from 1 to 96, and this is the first Onryo I've gotten that whole time. Okay, let's do our last one at Grafton. So that one wasn't so bad. Hopefully this one's quick.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost for the cursed object.
Looks like we have sunrise, which I always like. I'm glad I used the mirror on that last one because I don't know why the Onryo threw off 2 EMF3s downstairs when it was in the storage room upstairs. I think that's a bug. I don't think that's supposed to happen. And just to be quick about it, why don't we go ahead and use the mirror again, find out where the ghost is. It's upstairs in the storage room again. Yep, it's in here. It just threw something. But it was 13 degrees in the room because I just entered the house and the ghost hasn't had a chance to make the room cold. So, let's start with salt and a video camera and 1 candle to see if it's a mimic. Video camera for mimic, salt for wraith, and a candle to set up for the Onryo test. Oh, and the bone. Let's put 1 here in case it tries to leave. And then 2 more in the room. And then let's check for a ghost. Jesus! I didn't see a ghost orb. And it did walk through salt. The ghost event walked through salt. So we do not have a mimic or a wraith. I can go out and check my sanity to see how much sanity I lost from that ghost event. Oh shit. Okay. I bet my sanity is pretty low right now because that ghost event walked into me, it started hunting, and as I was observing it from behind the couch, it looked very visible. And if my sanity is really low, that tells me that this is an Oni. When I was watching it from behind the couch, its visibility state lasted longer than usual. It was taking a while for each visibility to blink out. So I'm going Oni, and I'm getting out of here. And when an Oni hits you with its ghost event, it consumes 20% sanity instead of 10. Look how low my sanity is. Oni.
Back. There's some jobs ready for you.
So that's an example of the kind of tells that you need in order to do a zero evidence weekly challenge. The console is releasing this week, so if console users are going to try to weekly challenge and they're going to try a zero evidence, that's pretty hard to start them out on. Anyway, hopefully some of my information was useful to you. Good luck with that challenge, and I will see you in the next video.